The price of a wrong choice. A new beginning. Emeka had always dreamed of becoming an engineer. The first in his family to gain admission into university, he carried the hopes of his entire village on his shoulders. His mother, Mama Nkechi, had worked tirelessly selling vegetables in the market to support his education. Every night she would pray over his books, whispering blessings that one day his success would lift them out of poverty. Arriving at Bright Future University, Emeka felt like he had stepped into another world. The tall buildings, the well-dressed students, the sense of freedom. It was overwhelming. He had spent most of his life in a rural village where everyone knew each other. Here, he was just another student, a young man with dreams in a sea of ambition. Determined to make his mother proud, he threw himself into his studies. His roommate, Daniel, was a quiet but studious boy who had little interest in socializing. The key to success is focus, Daniel often said. Don't get distracted, Emeka. But the university was filled with distractions. Parties, peer pressure, and dangerous influences lurked in the shadows. It wasn't long before Emeka caught the attention of a group known as the Red Claws, a notorious cult on campus known for their wealth and influence. The temptation. At first, Emeka ignored them. He had no interest in violence or crime. But soon, reality struck. His mother's money was barely enough to cover his meals, let alone buy textbooks. The pressure of survival weighed heavily on him. One afternoon, as he sat outside the lecture hall, staring at an unpaid tuition fee reminder on his phone, Tony, a senior member of the Red Claws, approached him. "You're a smart guy, Emeka. You shouldn't be struggling like this," Tony said, his voice smooth and persuasive. "I'll manage," Emeka replied, but the desperation in his eyes betrayed his words. Tony chuckled. "Join us, and you'll never lack money or protection. Life is too short to suffer." That night, Emeka tossed and turned in his bed, Tony's words playing over and over in his head. Daniel noticed his restlessness. "What's wrong?" Daniel asked. Emeka hesitated before confessing. "I'm tired, Daniel. Tired of being broke, tired of watching my mother struggle." "No amount of money is worth your future," Daniel warned. "I've seen what those guys do. Once you're in, there's no getting out." But Daniel's words fell on deaf ears. The next day, Emeka took the oath and became one of them. The rise and fall. At first, life seemed good. He had money, power, and people feared him. He no longer worried about his mother's struggles. With new clothes, expensive phones, and a fresh confidence, he felt invincible. But with the benefits came responsibilities, violence, intimidation, and crime. One evening, Emeka received a call from Tony. "We have unfinished business with a student who owes us. You're coming with us tonight." Emeka hesitated, but he had no choice. That night, they attacked a student who refused to join them. The boy ended up in the hospital, and the police began investigating. Emeka felt trapped. The money and power no longer seemed worth it, but he was too deep to back out. The end of the road. The university administration, tired of the cult's terror, expelled several members, including Emeka. When he called his mother, she broke into tears. "You promised me, Emeka. You promised you'd make us proud." Her voice was heavy with grief. As he packed his bags, regret consumed him. He had failed her, failed himself. Tony called. "Meet us at the hideout, we need to talk." Desperate and afraid, Emeka obeyed. But as he arrived, sirens wailed. The police had tracked them. A shootout erupted, and in the chaos, Emeka was hit by a stray bullet. As he lay on the ground, blood staining his shirt, his last thoughts were of his mother's sacrifices and the dream he had thrown away. Emeka's story became a lesson for many students at Bright Future University. A bright future had been lost to bad choices. His mother wept, the village mourned, and his name became a cautionary tale for those who thought cultism was the answer. Some dreams die not because they are impossible, but because we choose the wrong path.